Thanks y'all so much for joining the session. I hope you enjoyed your Broadway breakouts this morning. My name is Lindsay Greene. I use she, her pronouns. I'm Deputy Executive Director for an arts education organization based here in Manhattan that works in all 5 boroughs called Arts Ignite, founded by Mary Mitchell Campbell, who's Broadway Music Director and Supervisor, and I'm one of your facilitators for this year, along with my colleague Ia, right there, who is the classroom teacher facilitator for this session. So thrilled that you're here. There's tons that you will be able to do and engage in, so I won't take that much time. Only to say that at the end, I'll be back for our reflection facilitation. And I'm so pleased to introduce you to the founder of Broadway Weekends, who's hosting this very special session, the current Mrs. Lovett on Broadway. Diana, Glinda, and Wicked. I would do the whole Resnick. Also, my friend and a great, great, wonderful person who I'm thrilled that you all get to learn from here today, Gina. Well, hi, guys.
Thank you so much for signing up to this session. Did you get the contracts? Exciting, great. As Lindsay says, I'm a theatre actress. I'm the founder of Broadway Weekends, and essentially what we do is we connect our clients to current theatre, Broadway working artists, and we create workshops that are inspired by all aspects of the creation and the rehearsal Broadway process. My colleague Megan and I will be around in the lunch break. If you want to get to know us further, you can even sign up to summer camp today, late July to August. And the workshop we will be presenting today is focused on the music from Parade. Parade won the 2023 Tony Award for Best Revival. And here today we have Andrew Resnick, who was the show's Grayson, who played the role, which is pivotal and such a point of, drama and contention. All right, and with that, I hand the floor over to them. I hope to speak to you all later. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for being here. My name is Joseph Grayson and Andrew here, and we're going to just lead you through a bunch of really fun, interactive stuff. The first thing I'd love to do is actually a quick warm-up. I know you all got so comfortable and sat down, but I actually want to stand up, and we're going to make our way onto this floor over here. So let's create I'm so sorry. Everybody knows comfortable. We're just going to use this space, because I think before we sing, it's really important to connect our body to our voices. So if you can just take up the space, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. We can even we can fill in this little middle area too. We just want to share the space here. So it's a complex piece that we're working with. If you've read through the lyrics, and it's a complex show, and it's all about holding up a mirror to the society that we live in. Great. It's based on a real court case that happened, something that didn't really come to any conclusion in that community. They're still dealing with the shame, the guilt, the pride of it all. So I just want to get a little bit physical, and the first thing I'd like to do is just start with our feet. So you don't have to hop, but I'd just like to kind of we keep the balls of our feet connected to the ground. Kind of keep your shoulders, your body loose, just let everything kind of jiggle, shake. Loosen up those lymph nodes, get some fluid going through our bodies. Okay, we're going to settle, and very slowly, just roll down as far as you can. You don't have to touch your toes, whatever's comfortable. If you can bring your hands all the way down to your ankles, that's good. If you can touch the floor, extra bonus points there. We're just going to let ourselves hang for a minute. We can bend our knees, or just articulate those knees and our ankles, and we're just going to be really friendly to our bodies right now, okay? Take a few breaths. All right, and then we're going to slowly come up. It's a nice slow roll up, and think about vertebrae by vertebrae rolling up until we are standing up straight. Okay. Let's take a breath and let's shake it out. Shake it out. Let's bounce it. Okay. Okay, over here. side to side. We're going to be friendly to our spines, our torsos, our rib cage. Keep breathing. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, then we're going to move to shoulder circle. We'll circle our shoulders back 3 times. Nice and easy. If you feel pain, if you feel any resistance, do not fight against it. Listen to your body. Just allow yourself to move as far as you feel comfortable with. All right, we're going to go in the opposite direction. Circle those shoulders forward. Okay, nice and smooth. Keep breathing. And I feel some heat building up. Okay, now we're going to relax for a moment. We're going to start to articulate our necks just a little bit. So we're just going to start looking right and left very gently. Don't turn too far. Don't force anything. Not too fast. Nice and gentle. Just looking over our shoulder. Same thing. Look out for the sensation. Any sort of like pain, impingement. Be aware of it. Do not force yourself. Really listen to your body. Okay? This is about caring for that instrument that we have, this full instrument. Okay, and we're going to look up and down. Not too far. Nice and gentle. Keep breathing. Okay, just a few more times. They're having a really good time. We're going to have a good time too. Okay, one more thing we're going to do with our neck. We're just going to tilt side to side. We'll go right and left. Right and left. Do that about 3 more times. Okay, and now if you feel okay doing this, let's give ourselves a little face massage. We can start with our jaw where we hold so much tension. Just give ourselves a nice little face massage. We gotta use our face to articulate and make our consonant and vowel sounds when we're singing. We can massage right under our jaw. It's very tight. And then you can go a step further and just start to move all of that skin on your face. And at the same time, you can keep your face relaxed and let your hands do the work and move all of that tissue for you, okay? We're going to move that around. And then once we're done there, we're going to scrunch up our face really tight like a raisin. Throw it over our mouths really wide. Take your tongue out. Let's scrunch up our face again one more time. Then release it up really wide. Great. Let's just shake it out one more time. Okay. Okay. I know we don't have much space, but I just want to take a slow and gentle walk. Okay? Just be aware of your surroundings. If you want to sort of have a little circle this way. Okay, yes. And while we're moving here, just be aware of your surroundings. We can mentally, right now, if we want to use our imaginations, return to the moment that we left our front door in New York City or wherever we were today, and think about that trip. And, think about the destination. Think about how you felt this morning. Think about how your clothes are fitting. Do you feel good about what you are wearing? Was this what you wanted to put on, or were you in a rush? Did you get enough to eat today? Why are you here? And right now, we can just stop. Take a breath. Just take a moment to look around the room. Just taking the space, taking everyone that's here with you. You're collaborating with all of these wonderful people. And we're here together. It's going to be great. Okay, Andrew's going to take over.
Awesome, everybody. Let's continue to walk around the room. We're just going to do very, very brief vocal warm-ups to get our voice going. On we're just going to go. Very gentle, don't push it. Good, and now see if you can, as you're doing it, just tune into everybody else. See if you can hear everyone else, the sound that's coming out. You're kind of blending into one thing that's happening right now. Give it a little bit more air. Very good. Okay, just do 3 more. Great, 1 more. Wonderful, you all sound amazing. We're going to Broadway. Wonderful. Let's all take a seat. We don't need to spend today doing vocal warm-ups. We're going to just dive right in. So I know I sent out these plum tracks ahead of time. Did we have a chance to listen to them a little bit, somewhat? Okay, it has to be perfect. So we're just going to kind of go through. We're going to see how much we can kind of get through and what feels good for you all. Have people sung here before? Are we singers? Oh, you're all like, yes. Good. Okay, so we're going to do that. And in terms of, I know you all just chose your vocal parts. If you were a soprano, can you raise your hand? Oh, okay. And then alto? Oh my God, we're like almost evenly divided. How about we, you know what, you can just sit where you are. I think you all prepared. You can hold your own. And where's our tenor? Do we have any tenors? Ish?
I can tenor a little six.
And what do you feel more comfortable doing?
I'm not operatic.
You're operatically a tenor 1? You're our tenor then. You're going to
Sorry.
What
Actually, a tenor today, I'm struggling.
What would you like to do today?
Fill in where.
Fill in wherever. You know what? Let's go baritoneless today. We don't need it, and I hate the baritone part anyway. Don't help Jason, okay? So, how familiar are we with what's happening in the show at this moment? Kind of, yeah, we have a lot of nods very, very quickly. We're in a trial. Alex is giving some testimony as Jim Conley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say just a very brief thing about it?
Yes, okay, so it's 1917, okay, and the newspaper is a primary source of information, and word of mouth is also a primary source of information for people in this community. You know, there were no phones, there were no alternative sources of news. So, you know, this trial is happening. Everybody that's present in the courtroom, who's also working sort of a Greek chorus at this moment of the show, we're a reflection of the community sort of as a whole and their sentiment. And there's a lot of anger because at this point we have heard that Leo Frank, who's the manager of this pencil company, basically everyone pretty much thinks of him as guilty of committing this murder of this little girl. And this picture has been painted of him as just basically this monster. And this is a moment where we start to see the community really get incensed and angry about that. And that can be different for everybody. It doesn't have to be specifically about that incident, but that is the emotional sort of sentiment. And during the song, I'm giving some testimony in the trial that is very theatrical, and it is coerced, and it is elevated.
Yeah, and you know, to that sense of elevation, you know, he's giving testimony. We're kind of hearing the inner thoughts of the community during this moment, and it does almost take on a life of its own, a dreamlike quality. And so part of this whole section is finding the build of it, where it actually, as you come in, you're like, oh yeah, this is what these people are thinking. And by the end of it, things are at an 11, out of control, almost dreamlike in a way, or nightmarish rather. So let's dive in and just see what happens. So I believe we are at measure 101. Is that I think where we started from? Okay. Good. So did we kind of know this song also before? I said things like, I love the nods. If you're not nodding, I love you too. Okay, so let's start with the altos and sopranos at 107, okay? So I'm gonna go from 105. He's gonna sing, no, no, that's what he said. Good, one more time, that's right where we are, 107. So I'll start at 105 again. He'll sing, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Good, just the sopranos and altos. Let's do that one more time. A little less pretty. You sound so pretty right now. And in this moment, we do not want pretty. We want a little bit ugly and rage it, as he was saying, starting to boil up, okay? One more time. So maybe a little more chest, if you can put that in. So from 105, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Okay, that's great. We dug into the consonants, that's great. Now I want that same intensity, but just a little softer, because this is the first entrance of the song. And we can't start too high. So one more time we go, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Okay, pretty good. Let's go on. Actually, before we go on, let's do our tenors. And let's have both of you go together. So you're on. Yep. And let's make sure we cut off that last note. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. Not you, you're fine. You're
Well, there are many of us, so I figured.
You know what, that's very nice. You can help out. So just the tenors, we go, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Good, great. And you know what, if any of the altos want to jump onto that line just to help out our wonderful tenor section, feel free. We'll rebalance it all for the cast recording, but for now. So let's do everybody together on this moment, okay? So 105, he goes, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's do it one more time. Let's cut off the said at the end. Because if you're going said, it's kind of a laziness. There's an intensity here. That's what he said. Off, right? He goes, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Great. One more time, a little softer, same intensity. No, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's it. That's where we want to start this, okay? Great. Moving on. You guys did great prep work. I know it's just two measures and it can all fall into but that's really wonderful. Good. So then he sings, no, no, his eyes were on, his face was red. He said, no, no, just the sopranos, not those. So he goes, no, no, no. That's what he said, that's what he said. He said that's what he said. That's Jason being an asshole. You know, so let's it's Jason being like, I'm so good at music. And I'm going to show you all right now. So from 113, he sings, no, no, no. That's what he said, that's what he said. He said that's what he said. Hey, pretty good. That's 17 times. So he goes, no, no, no. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said. I'm so close. One more time, and I think we're going to nail it. No, no, no. 1, 2. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said. Hey, that was it. Great. Now our sets are getting a little pretty and lazy. I don't know if you can hear it. It's very. Part of it is the energy of this moment. It's super, super contained. And so it's just focus, and that's what we need in the sound in this moment, Alex. And so we have like said that the energy is being dispersed too much. We need to keep it just like it's bound up. It's all of this whole trial. It's contained, and then over the course of the song, it starts to explode. We're gonna have more fun than that. Here's 113 again. A little more from tempo. He goes, no, no, no. That's what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
Hey, how about that? That sounds more like what we need to have in here. Let's start just a hair softer. And then we'll go on. He goes, no, no, no. That's what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
talked about. Great. Let's just do the tenors and then we'll go on. No, no, no. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said. Hey, tenors. You got hold it. Sounds great. Nice. Let's do everybody together from 101. Back on the previous page. So he goes, no, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Good. That entrance was a little lazy for me. I wanted, you guys have been waiting this entire trial. Fucking say something. In this moment, you have your moment, okay? No, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Oh, I just have to stop. That sounded so much better. That was really great. And it's better than our past. Right. That's all we do. One more time. Here's 101. No, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
No, no, not your mom's face was ready. He said, no, 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 what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
Fantastic. Let's keep going. Next, he said, gotta get her out. Let's get her out. And now the sopranos are. That's what he said. But now, what do you think I'm going to say? Cut it off and don't be so pretty. That's what he said. That's not going to work for this moment. Okay, so just get off of that note. He said, got the sopranos out. Let's get her out. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
There it is. Yep, that's what he said. Altos, that's what he said. Yep, that's what he said. And we're not going to hold it, so sopranos and altos together right on that 20. 1, 2.
That's what he said.
Great, good. And then our tenors. That's what he said. And if you just want to stay on the E and just go, that's what he said, you can do that too. That's what he said. Yep, so everyone together, he said, gotta get her out, let's get her out, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Good. And let's see, I know the said is a lot higher, and so you're going to need to produce more air and volume. But let's see if instead of thinking that you need to get louder on it, see if you could just keep it more a little even. That's what he thought. He said, gotta get her out, let's get her out, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Good. Then he sings for a while, and then measure 133. 132, he says, nothing, there's $100. $100. Yep, $100. Now sopranos, $100. Yep. Altos, $100. Nice. $100. Sopranos and altos together, one and $100. Yeah. How about that? One more time. Right on it. 3, 4. Awesome. Nice. Tenors. And you do not have to go up to the A. It's 10:24 in the morning. Take it. You got it. You know what? No. Michael. We're relying on you for the A. So that's that top line. And what's your name again? Matthew. Matthew. If you want to go $100 and just stay on that F sharp. Yep. Let's try just the tenors on that. 2, 3, 4. $100. Hey, great, nice. Let's do everyone on that. Sopranos and altos. $100. Great. Everyone together. 3, 4. Hey, Jason did some nice work, as did you. Very good. So let's go on. Put her on my back, took the elevator down. He said, just throw her on the ground. That's what sopranos are. Good. And we know what we're going to do on the word said. That's right. Great. And then altos. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yep. Together. 3, 4, 1. Yeah, nice. And tenors. Together, everyone on that. 3, 4, 1. Yeah, awesome. Good. And let's just go. I mean, you guys are doing so well. well. Let's do it up to that point, just to keep our mind on it. And especially since we've done a lot of it already, I want to see if we can start to build in that sense of growth over the course of it. So I don't want to start too big. And it's this idea that these voices are kind of starting on the periphery, and then we are growing intensity. The energy is slowly being let out over the course of the song. Great. Okay, so from a one-on-one, he sings no, no, it ain't my fault that girl said no, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
No, nice, no, I don't know. He said no.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
He said get her out, let's get her out. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
He said, you're a coach, and I know you work. It's $100. We all got scared there. That's okay. Okay, it's a scary moment. Let's look at that so he goes. Let's throw her on the ground. That's what he said. Good. And tenors, that's what he said. It's hard to find that first note, tenors. Yeah, he said just throw her on the ground. That's what he said. There we go, tenors. Nice. That's what he said. Very good. And alto's finding your first note there. Throw her on the ground. Ground's gonna be your first note. That's what he said. Good, nice. And then sopranos, that's what he said. In some way, you know, this whole song has a very kind of gospel-y shout thing, and all of these interjections, it's the congregation and the pastor, and that's how Jason kind of wrote this, as he, at least that's how he explained it when we were talking about it. And so, and then, you know,
That's so messed up.
What? What's messed up?
That was what he did.
Yeah, but that's what he did. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, Jason really kind of got in there. And you really started to capture that idea. I want to keep going because you're all on it. Great, so moving on, sopranos. You'll go, no, no, no. I called that girl this day and said, no, no, no. That's what he said. No, no. Good, great. Altos. No, run on that 3. He goes, no, no, no. That's what he said. No, no. Great, good. Sopranos and altos together. No, no. 3, 4. Sorry, so here we go. 1, 2. Yes, he said no. And no.
That's what he said.
No. That's great. And you know, one way to think about this also, it's almost like you're from a musical perspective, it's almost like your trumpets and brass in a band. These are like brass hits that are happening. He said no, no, and that's the intensity that's especially starting to creep into here. You're accenting it and off, right? Let's add in our enormous tenor section. 148, so it'll be the note he ends on. Yes, he said no, no, no. He said no, no, no. That's what he said. No, no. Yeah, let's do that middle note for that. That'll help fill out the chord. Yep, no, no, that's what he said. Good, let's do everybody at 148. 1, 2, 3. Yes, he said no. Yeah, we'll do that one more time. I want us all to be right on that downbeat so that there's not a sense of no, no, right? We're all itching to sing. And so when we have that moment, we're happy right from the get-go.
Can I add one thing?
Of course.
This testimony, Jim Conley, the character that I played, he is basically telling his eyewitness report of basically the murder happening, and everybody's hearing it for the first time. So each one of those responses, it's like he did what? he did what? And it kind of builds an intensity that way, and that kind of allows you to have your sort of like individualized reaction to this new piece of horrific information, if that informs anything. But it's something to layer on.
Yeah.
I think that we get the musical stuff first.
No, but
that's something to think about.
that's exactly it. That's exactly it, and that's, yeah. Yes, I have nothing to add. That's exactly it. Good. Let's do those notes together right on at 148. Go. 2, 3. As he said, no. I said no.
That's what he said.
No. Hey, awesome. I love that. That sounds really, really good. I think we can finish this thing off. Awesome. There's some triggering language coming up, and that is also part of this show. And that's part of the testimony, and that ratchets up the intensity. But if you need to take care of yourself in any way, please do so. But for now, we're gonna go ahead with this language that's Jason wrote in the show. So we have at 174. And also, especially as we teach the words, if you don't want to sing the actual words, you don't really, you do what feels comfortable for you, okay? So let's start with 174. There's a key change happening right into it. He sings, and these rednecks never gonna know. Right, so the sopranos and altos, we go 1. 1, 2. Good. The work is so appreciated that you did ahead. Sopranos are 1, get him, now, and then altos are 1, get him. Yep, that worked right on that. The get him 3, 4, 1. Get him, now. Yep, 2, 3, 4. He goes. So we have all. Let's put the entire sopranos and altos on that no. At 188, and then just to talk through this next thing, it's kind of pick a note, But at 189A, we're going to have the altos do that no. At 189B, we're going to have the sopranos go up there, and then we're going to have the altos do the next one, which is no, and then sopranos either that or up there. You just kind of pick a note, okay? We're kind of building. This is our pyramid at the end. So from 186, he'll go, no, and 1, no. Very close. So just the timing of getting into 189A, he'll say, no, So altos. When you come in at 189A, let me play from 186. Here's just the altos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. No. Yeah, exactly. So you go back to that first note, okay? No. Those are your notes, great. And then you just hold that until I make a big gesture to tell you to stop singing. Sopranos, your part is, you're gonna go, no. Yeah, awesome, great. And then our tenors, he'll go, no. Up and off if you can. There we go, so he'll go, no. So let's do everyone from 186, and then we will clump the whole thing. That's really fantastic. Here's 186. 3, 4. That's great. Look, at some point, just we approach the section. And then, when you pick the one you like, just have a crescendo to the end. This is the big finish of the thing, right? Let's do it one more time from 186, then we'll go back and put it all together. Great job, everybody. Here's 186, 3, 4. Good, we'll buy that. Let's back it up to the key change. We're going to start right at 174, and then we're going to do the whole thing.
Is it helpful for me to be on this yet, or?
Well, let me do once without that, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
Here's 174. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2. 2, 3. Great, awesome. Let's look at this whole thing. We're going to sing it through 2 to 3 times. Yes, sir.
We didn't touch the guys at 174.
Oh, well then, I'm so sorry. Thank you. You're very right. Here are the guys at 174. Tenors. Thanks. Sorry about that. Here's tenors at 174. 3, 4, 1. Hang him. Hang him. Here. Great. And I know that's really high. Do it however you can make it work. 3, 4, 1. Hang him, hang him. 1, 2, hang him, hang him. Good. Now. Good. Let's take the whole thing a little. You know what? Let's do that tempo. I did up to that. And then. Let's do it one time through, and then we're going to add Alex and do it through with everybody, and then we're going to maybe break up in groups, and then we're going to do solos. Every single person's going to come up. I'm kidding. I want to do that. Okay. Here's 101. Here we go. No. One is going into that key change. You just kind of have to wrap your ear around it. So he's going to sing, if I need somewhere to go, and these stupid rednecks don't know. Exactly, just get your ear on that. These stupid rednecks don't know. That's it, nicely done, good. At 188, I just want to make sure we don't come in too early with the altos and then the sopranos. Only because the idea is he goes, no, and then the men go, no, and you go, no, and we can have the pyramid built too soon. So he's going to sing, we're wild in space and his eyes were red. He said, no, no, no. Exactly. So it's one more measure than I think a few people thought, okay?
Can we do that one?
Yeah, we can, yeah, okay. No, please. We're going at a very, very, this is Broadway pace, so it's too slow for most of you, so it's really amazing. It's so cool, you sound so good. Good, so and let's actually get into it from a little before. I think it'll help. So let's go from the get 'em now. 182, 2, 3, 4. No, no, the speech was ready, said no, Good, and that works. Here's the other thing that's very cool about that moment, is that Jason could have gone, no, 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 and that would have been, that would have worked, and it would have been very kind of straight, but putting them on the offbeat helps give them a little more accent. No, 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 that helps kind of lift up this whole section, right? Let's do it now from the top again, nicely done. Let's stand, let's add Alex.
Should I use this thing or? I don't know. We didn't test this.
Test it.
Yeah, why not?
It seems a little, maybe a little hot. I don't know.
Yeah, use it. Save it for yourself.
Okay. Great. We'll keep it here.
Okay. Let's go from, Alex, do you want to give us a little runway going in, or do you want to just go right on it?
We can go right on.
Let's go right on. Let's go, and he said, no, 101.
It ain't my fault that.
Yeah, he said, no, it ain't my fault that girl's head.
And you also have amazing.
So this is the key we're in. So it's coming from, and I said, look, that child's there, that's what he said.
And he said, no,
It ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, that's what he said. No, his eyes were wide and his face was red. He said, no, that's what he said.
he said, you're a good boy, Gene. I know you don't tell no one, nothing here's $100. We took the elevator down. He said, throw it all around. That's what he said. He said, no reason I should. He said, no. That's what he said. No reason I should hate it. I'm money in your pocket, and there's plenty more than that. And I got wealthy friends and family, and a wife who's done that. And I got a rich old child with me. If I just
what did we learn with having him sing? Open to the group, like, yes.
Don't get distracted by his focus.
Was there anything else we learned? Yeah.
Responding.
Yeah, but
Right, that's right. It's no longer like the solo thing you're doing. You're understanding how you slot in, right? Yeah. Good. Anything else that? Yes.
It just had a really nice drive groove situation.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Great. Anything else you want to? No. Should we do that again? As
Starting pictures were wonderfully given.
yes. Yeah. Exactly. It's helpful now. Wait. Not just in terms of the acting of it, but musically, you're like he ends there, and this is where I pick up, and it's a real baton back and forth thing that's happening. Let's do that again, and this time we won't be as distracted by his amazing voice, because we've heard it now. Yeah, Alex, if you could be less good this time. Okay. All right. Same spot. So from the no, that's what they said. It ain't my fault. From there? Sure. Yep. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. No, no, it ain't my fault that girl said no, no, that's what he said. That's what he said. No, no, and his eyes were wide when his face was red. He said no, no, that's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said. He said gotta get her out, let's get her out. That's what he said. That's what he said. So I found me soul, but it's acting right, but he said good boy, Gina. I ain't going to no one nothing. He was $100. $100. $100. Put her on my back, we took that elevator down. He said just throw her on the ground. That's what he said. He said no, no, no. Reason I'm good. He said no, no, that's what he said. No, no, no reason I should have got money in your pocket, and there's plenty more of that. And I got wealthy friends and family, and a wife who's up here. That's what he said. That was great. I want to give like a few small things, and then I want to just talk about some performance things. But really, really nice. And I'm sure you're finding also that like you don't want to go out guns blazing at the way top. The ways in which you're supporting him. So let me just talk through a few things very, very briefly. When we get to 116, where you're doing the that's what he said, that's what he said, I think we can take that dynamic down a little bit, especially we're still early on in the song, and because there's so many words there, and he's holding the note, we want to feel like we're just supporting him as opposed to really taking over, right? When he goes, when we do the $100, I think the first one can be a little softer. Right now, we're kind of screaming both, and I think the first one is a suggestion. He sings, and this is where you're echoing in. He goes, here's $100, and almost like there's a seduction to it. $100, and he goes $100, and then the second one, $100, and you hit that one, right? And then that's what he said at the end of that. That's the big exclamation point of that section. I want to do it one more time, and we'll probably do it a few more times. But now that we've listened to Alex, and that's so helpful, I want you to all start listening to each other just a little bit more, right? And I think that's going to help really hone in what the sound is and should be during this section. But before we do that, Alex, if you want to just talk about some performance stuff in terms of, you know, well,
They really don't want you to talk.
I'd really love to do just like some very, very minimal staging, but I should have talked about this earlier, but what I wanted to say is something that I think is really important about performing, especially if there's an audience, is acknowledging that anxiety, a little bit of maybe some fear and apprehension goes into sharing your artistry, your physicality and everything. So I know it's tough with that. There's voices over there, but I think what's important is if we take a moment, and I don't want to take you away from music because it's fresh in our mind, but if you close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath and think about any place where you might have just a little bit of anxiety or fear or self-doubt. And if just feel that for a moment. If it exists, acknowledge it. Like, hold space for that. That's part of your person, part of your existence. You can't get rid of that. You can only hold on to it. Now, if you can go one step further and feel where that lives in your body. He says, take a moment for that. And if you feel so called, maybe bring a hand to wherever that is. Is it your chest, your neck, your legs, anywhere? Just hold that for a moment. We'll just take a couple breaths. Let's accept that about ourselves and realize that's part of what we were expressing and sharing here today. It's part of collaborating, okay? And it's a beautiful thing to have. It's going to serve us as artists. Okay, so let's continue with the piece. What I would love to do is, I guess we'll keep everybody together because we're doing so well. If we can start this piece seated, and when we interject for the first time, if we feel able to do this, I'd love to stand for our line as we get through our quick little interjection. And then return to seating. And then when I get to that line, stupid rednecks, never gonna know. So you're playing the community members here in Atlanta. And that is basically, what I'm saying is that Leo Frank, who is being accused of these things, he's actually speaking out about this community. So he's talking about all of you. And so that dramatically is a moment where, oh, now what are you going to do? Because he's talking about this community, and I think at that point we can stand and stay standing till the end. That's all the staging will do. We'll just kind of come up on our lines and then sit when we're not singing, and then Stupid Rednecks will up until the end. And we'll sing it out. And that's all I want to do.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
And that also supports what we're trying to do musically here, which is we're not going full out from the get-go. It's these little outbursts, and then and then we'll go to the end, right? That's the idea. Good.
Worth a try?
I think so. I think, yeah.
You're all amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Great. How do you feel about going from, he told me, I should go and look, he said, she's acting like she's said. We're going to go from 90, I know you don't have this in your music, we're going to go from 8 measures before, just to kind of build a little bit of runway going into. So he told me, I should go and look. Yep.
Sure. Before you go into Andrew, just a note, this is always great learning moments for us as teachers and educators. So we've got a class next door. A lot of you are working in rooms when there's like something going on, lunch or something like that, right? And you need your kids to focus on. So think about like, how are you focusing, right? How are you putting that out into a balloon and setting it away and staying present with Alex and Andrew? So like, be like, oh, I'm experiencing what my students do. Great. Oh, I need to talk to them about how do they cope and how do they. Sorry.
No, that's great. And I'll also add, I've done Broadway shows where next door in the Broadway theater that's happening, there's like a mega mix going on. And you're having a very intimate moment in your Broadway show. So nothing's perfect.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, exactly. Great. So we're going to go from 8 measures before 101, just to help us get in. So here's, he told me, I should go and look. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
He told me I should go and look. He said she's acting like she's sick. And I said, Lord, that child is dead. That's what I said. And he said, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, that's what he said. That's what he said. He said, no. And his eyes were out and his face was red. He said, no. That's what he said. That's what he said. Let's get her out, that's what he said. That's what he said. So I found his soul, but he sat around her. He said, you a good boy, Tina. I really don't feel no one nothing. He was $100. $100. He said, no.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, for our last one, we're gonna do it one more time. That's okay. And we're gonna actually have Al, we're gonna do it from the way beginning of the song, so that you can hear Al's, but that you can also hear the way that the song has sections where like there's nothing happening from you guys, and we let it build from there, and so that we actually have a reason for your entrance. So I think we're gonna do that.
I feel like it's important for me to say that was really fun to do. So thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a while. Just hit me, that's not my gift. Okay, I'm gonna watch the
Okay.
So wait, hold on. This is the last one. Go for it. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you. You're all sounding so wonderful.
You told me watch the door, that's what he said, I should make sure no one came and interrupted. Well, I say once, twice a month, you tell me, Jim, you watch the door, I got a lady coming.
And I'll give you all the plan to come in.
I got a lady coming. Like I say once or twice a month, you got a lady come to call. You say, Jim, you watch the door, that's what he said. And once I remember there was two ladies. Another time there was a black gentleman, I believe he was from Chicago.
Objection! Mr. Dorsey, will you instruct the witness to answer only the questions put to him? Jim, do you understand the man?
Yes, sir.
All right then, Jim. Will you tell us about the morning of April 26th?
He told me watch the door, that's what he said, I got a girl, she'll be coming up to see me. She's a very pretty girl. He said, let me get you looking at this Mary Perkins. That's the car, I think. It's Mary Perkins. So in this Mary Perkins car, I get my eyes down to the floor. There's Mr. Frank said not to look, that's what he said. Next thing I heard Mr. Frank yelling something, so I went upstairs and opened the door, and Mr. Frank looks up. He said, do it again, that's what he said, that's what he said. And Mary's kind of crumbling in the corner. He said, you don't understand. She didn't want to play the game, so I went and hit her. See, I had to hit her. He told me I should go look. He said she's acting like she's sick. And I said, Lord, that child is dead. That's what I said. And he said, oh, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
No, his eyes were wide, his face was red. He said, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
He said, gotta get her out, let's get her out. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
So I found me, so I put me inside the rapper. He said, you're a good boy, Jim. You don't tell no one that he is $100.
$100.
Nice job, everybody. Awesome.
Yes, you guys. Thank you. I'm sorry in all way how prepared you are. Thank you so much for that session. Amazing. I'm going to hand it over to Lindsay, who's going to do a digestion session. As I said, find us in the lunch break if you want to come to summer camp. We would love to have you. Thank you so much.
Andrew, thank you so much. You all were amazing. I hope you enjoyed your time. We're going to just close out with a little bit of turn. turn and talk. Those of you who are next to the stage know. But just to facilitate some of the questions. Like Peter said, what struck you as a participant or as a learner? What struck you as a participant or as a learner? Even for me, I was sitting there, I was like, I'm feeling as a performer, I'm feeling as an educator, I'm feeling as a student, right? That's what I'm saying. What is relevant to your own teaching, to your own planning? What are some of your concrete takeaways? What did you notice about how the presenters led and facilitated the session? And this is what I'm adding. What are some questions that you still have leaving out the door? So any or all of those questions, just take like a few minutes. We'll turn and talk to someone near you. Have a little chat. We'll share out any large takeaways, and then send off to your next session, which starts at 11:10. So let's give ourselves like 2 minutes to turn and talk. What struck you as a participant or as a learner? Yes?
I like the section about the anxiety and where it lives because my students, it's their first time ever doing a show and it was hard getting kids to sign up to the culture. And I think it means that with about the anxiety and where it lives.
Beautiful. Thank you. Snaps, anyone else do with that? Yeah. Thank you. What's relevant to your own teaching or planning or a concrete takeaway that you have from this session?
I loved when we just added the simplest of staging because I feel like usually when we're teaching students a song, once we've got it, it's like, all right, now everybody get up and do it. And I don't know, to give some staging that may be different from what we actually do really does give the energy to the song. You could simply do that, have the ensemble get up every time they have a line.
Yeah.
That really gives them
the simplicity and the gravity of instruction. Yeah, you get a powerful outcome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What did you notice about how the presenters led or facilitated the session?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I was just telling them I love how they treated us as colleagues and they didn't dumb down the material for us because so many of us are actually performers.
Yeah.
But also, we're always talking about teaching. It was so nice to actually come into this as a performer because I found so much inspiration and I just remember how much I love this part of the book.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right, folks. Questions? Any questions that you're wanting to put into this space that you still have walking out of the session? views on that. They'll be here during lunch as well. Hey folks, I know you all have the digital copies of the score, so if you are able to please leave them for the next year.
Sure.
Although if you have your notes marking, I think we have a couple extra copies, but you have